Welcome to the channel. Comparing two knives today. Gerber Bear Grylls Ultimate Pro and the much newer Gerber Strongarm. First thing I want to point out is the sheaths. My first impression of this knife as this is brand new, it feels light. It feels too good to be true. This is heavier, mostly due to the knife, but the sheath provides a fire steel. I just have a little piece of inner tube wrapped around this, but I really like the overmolded plastic. Just feels super solid. Again, the only carry option is through the belt. In my kit, this is a bag knife. Only in a specific situation would I ever put this on my belt. But anyways, moving on to the blades. This is where it matters. Okay, so let's set these to the side. All right. Let's do this here. Similar length. The one on the bottom, the Gerber Strongarm, you can see right there, made in USA. My phone won't focus. Similar length and blade. Thickness, win to the Gerber Pro, it's not even close. Width. This is width. The Gerber, the Ultimate Pro, will not go into the sheath of the Strongarm. So you're just getting more blade with this. You can see the full tang design from tip all the way down to the little pommel cap here. And again, you know, people hate this because it's orange and it has BG on it. I don't have a problem with Bear Grylls. I think it shows they're entertaining, educational. What I don't like about this is that the only thing I can hear about the steel this is made out of is that it's a Chinese steel, and this knife was also made in China. Otherwise, you got the lashing holes, but the big difference is it's got a little place here for your fire seal, but the biggest difference is this choil. You're going to notice these are two similar blades, probably used for similar tasks, similar POUs, philosophy of uses. That's where the downfall is with this Strongarm. The grip appears nice. Again, light. It seems a little forward heavy in my hand. The grip is spectacular, but the handle doesn't give you good bushcrafting grip. Take this off of here. Well, I don't need to take this off here because it's kind of a bitch to get it on. But you can see it. You can see the difference of the handle. This is more of a thrusting handle. The grip on here feels really good when you have it like this to keep it from coming back at you. So it's a thruster. It really gives you a lot of real estate to go forward. This does not give as much real estate on top, but that's because of the choil, and you can choke up on this Bear Grylls Ultimate Pro with a thicker, bigger blade. Okay, different metal. I've had this for a few years. It performs excellently. I don't know if that metal is going to wear down in 10 years faster than this 420HC. I just don't know. This knife is a winner. This knife is going back. Now, I have seen the gauntlet testing on YouTube vids with this knife, and it passed every test as well as I believe this knife would pass every test on the gauntlet. This knife seems perfectly capable, and at $48, I think it's a great knife for someone who already hasn't invested in good knives. Or should I say, good budget knives. Gerber USA. You know, definitely a fan of that. But again, see that full tang? In my early days of knife research, if you don't see that metal running straight through your handle, I've been taught not to believe it. And even on the pommel, look how that plastic comes right up to the very edge, and they don't want to show you what's under there. I personally don't care for that. I don't have large hands by any means. This handle's small. This handle fits me well, but if I want to woodwork and I have a grip like this, I can't choke up because this is so steep. But it's good for plunging. But this is way too... the blade and the handle don't match each other's philosophy of use. A plunging handle, thrusting type handle, with kind of a more of a bushcrafter blade. Here is an SE4, and you want to talk about a plunger. I wish I had this handle with that tip. See how it's sharpened on two sides? And it's so much thinner. It's so much thinner. This is a SE4, by the way. Made in USA. Full tang, you can see it. The handle needs to be upgraded. This is my Carta. Just way too small. Pretty good jimping. This has a choil, but that's why I'm such a big fan of this Bear Grylls. The choil comparison, when I choke up on this knife, it ain't bad, but see how that sharp part actually hits my skin? That's digging into my skin the more I work. It's literally digging in. Where with this, you can see a gap between... you can see a gap between finger, skin, and blade. And this, it doesn't have that high rise like this has. So it's easier to get over with that hold. With this, you can't get that because that's just in the way. Okay, that doesn't exist. Okay, Bear Grylls Ultimate Pro. I didn't compare these two. I didn't compare the SE because these are two different philosophy of uses. Apples and oranges. Apples to apples. The BG Pro wins the day. The Strongarm will be returned. This knife is thicker. It's heavier. It costs more, but I think you're getting more. And get over the Bear Grylls hate. Who cares? I don't care whose name was on this. If I bought it and I tested it and it performed the way this knife has, it's a win. Gerber, good job. And this hasn't... you'll see this knife again. I wish the sheath... I wish this knife fit this sheath. But again, there's just way more metal in this blade. And it's just not... I'm not going to force this. I'm returning this. But just to drive the point home, that did not fit. Okay, that did not fit. This is just too much knife. Okay, this is just too much damn knife. I love the horizontal carry. I love that they're working toward a better carry option. I don't think they're there yet. This feels very strong. Overmold, good grip. I don't think this is going to fail me. Just a chintzy belt loop. Kind of a not great thing, but again, this is a budget knife in my opinion. What do I like? What do I like about this knife? Other than what we just talked about. I like things that people take their time and effort into improving an existing product. Bear Grylls Ultimate, the original knife out of China, had a lesser metal. Less metal literally, as it wasn't as heavy. And it wasn't full tang. You couldn't see that spine. It was a little rat tail tang. It goes in and just kind of comes down to here, or a little rat tail. Okay. Got a lot of hate. People said, "Oh, if I baton wood with it, it'll break." Yeah. If I chop logs with it, it'll break. Yeah, they're probably right. So they went back to the lab and said, "All right, let's make one that won't break and will perform all these tasks that these people want this knife to perform. Let's make it a true one tool option." And I think they've done it. One tool option meaning a 5-inch blade is long enough to chop with, although these knives were not designed to chop with. Any knife for that matter, get an axe. The choil, so you can choke up. They modified the grip so that you can really get in there, so you can use this for any fine work, and trust me, it is very comfortable. With this little slip right here, okay, again, see how that does not look like that, meaning start with this finger right there, okay, oh, I'm sorry, middle finger, choil, I mean, that knife is not going anywhere. And I'm working with a 5-inch blade, thick, heavy, can be batoned, and you can do fine work with the choke up ability. Pommel, I tried to break some ice with it. It did okay. But again, I'm not trusting the pommel to my life. The blade, that I can see metal going all the way down. Okay. All the way down. Okay. See those ridges? The thick inner black, that's all steel. Okay. Gerber Strongarm. Again, trust the reviews. It's tough enough. And it's so light. So maybe I shouldn't be afraid of it. Maybe it's just too good to be true, but it is true. Maybe you can have a tank of a knife and it'd be lightweight. With a super duper lightweight, I mean, this is super lightweight, but that makes me nervous. And I can't see that it's full tang. Why, Gerber? You're supposed to flaunt the attributes and you're hiding it. Okay? At least that's my personal thought. That's what's going through my head. Going back. $48. Oh man, it's only $48. Thought about keeping it. But it's going back. I got too many knives that I don't use on a regular basis to add another knife to the collection. I try not to be a collector. I try to stick with the best tools. I'm not saying budget knives can't fit into best tools. I have a few Essies, but none of them are as comfortable. None of them you can choke up as this. All right. Bear Grylls Ultimate Pro, winner.